Good evening, everyone. I'm Brandy Joy, and we're going to be talking about this new moon on March 17th coming up this weekend. And we're going to talk about manifesting and candle magic, which is one of my favorite things to do. We'll also talk a little bit about tarot magic, ritual magic, and using herbs and spices. So I hope everybody is doing well this week. It is a very intense week for many people. Yes, I went blue. This is 4 colors I put in. Ooh, so I wanted to make it like a lavender, you know? Hi. Yeah, I decided to go blue this year. I was pink last year, blonde the year before, and I'm like, it faded out. So I was like, yeah, I think I'll do blue now. Blue for a little while. How's everyone doing this evening as we enter the new moon phase this weekend? Thank you. Thanks. So having a little Chardonnay tonight. Cheers to everyone. Thank you. I'm glad you like the blue. Thank you. Matches my eyes, right? Got the blue eyes. So let's talk a little bit about manifesting and about candle magic and about new moon and the moon phases, right? So many of you know that I am all about using the 4 elements: fire, air, earth, and water, liquid. So there's a process to doing magic, okay? And when you are not a disciplined magical practitioner, sorcerer, right? You want to use ritual, because ritual will get you the results that you need, because ritual is in place for a reason. It works. It's like a computer program, right? When you use a computer program, a certain language, it works. You put it together, right? Same thing with magical ritual methods. Magical, practical magic is put together in a very specific language so that you can use it to manifest. And you can use many different ancient languages to do so. Now, many of the secret societies put this together in terms of the different magical methods, right? You know, they use Kemetic, which is Egyptian, ancient Egyptian. They'll use, Hebrew language. They'll use Latin. They use a lot of the ancient languages because that's the original languages that helps you to create a program, right? So, you know, you want to use these languages to create your program. I use different ones because I use some of the magical, rituals based on like Thelema, Franz Bardon. There's, I know I always pronounce that wrong. It's Franz Bardon, but I like to call him Bardon. So I kind of mixed it up there. But Franz Bardon, he was actually kidnapped by Hitler, the Gestapo, because he was a very famous magician, a very famous sorcerer that was able to do some really crazy stuff. And he was not like Aleister Crowley. So Aleister Crowley was more about evoking angels and demons and things and utilizing those, whereas Franz Bardon was more about the mental training of the magician, and then also creating elementals with your own power and your own energy. Right? There's many different forms of magic and magical rituals. So if you do want to manifest something, you can use magic. You can use the ancient languages, the things that have been set in stone before us from the high kingdoms, such as, the royal crown always had the intelligent, well-read astrologers and things like that putting these things together. But then you had the pagans and the low magic practitioners, which were the peasants that used moon magic. So many times today, we will mix it up, right? We'll use the high magic rituals, lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, for instance, or a banishing ritual of the hexagram, and we'll mix that up with the low magic rituals of using the moon, right? And manifesting with the moon magic and the energy of the moon. So and that's called chaos magic. Many people call that chaos magic, where you mix it up and you use a little bit of high magic, a little bit of low magic, a little bit of something different, right? Yoga, tantra, right? And you don't need to use the things that the ancients used, such as blood and how can I say this nicely? Sexual fluids, right? Because those things, yes, they create, right? Life and death is all about magic and transcending. We're always going through transformation. But you don't have to use those things anymore, right? We have learned that you can train the mental body and reprogram the mental and the emotional body and the etheric body through other means, right? Through self-discipline and through love and through intention, right? So many of those things are very primitive and very primordial, and you don't need to use those things anymore. So sex magic, don't need it, right? Sacrifice, don't need it. So, hi everybody. Let's see. Looked into Thelema. Yeah, there's a lot going on for sure, everybody. So we have the new moon coming this weekend on the 17th at 9:11 a.m. 9/11, it's such a significant number, isn't it? 9/11 is like emergency, pay attention, right? So 9/11 is a very intense number, and it will be happening at 9:11 a.m. So let's talk a little bit about candle magic. Today's Wednesday, and this smells amazing, by the way. Today's Wednesday. I have some rose petals here. If you want to do some work with Venus, which manifests money and love, right? The physical elements. Yeah, we have some rose petals. They smell so good. And devil shoestring is great for manifesting money. It smells like roses. So I have rose petals here. I have a candle, which is great for Wednesday, which is today. This is Mercury energy, right? Mercury is a very nice energy for communication and for intention, involving anything to do with perception or communication. So if you're trying to get better at communicating, or maybe you're trying to create communication between you and another person or people, maybe you are a presenter, maybe you want to be a better presenter, or let's say you just want to do something in terms of Gemini energy, so maybe more networking, this is a great time to do this manifestation work. God, it smells so good. So let's do a little manifestation work. First thing you need is air element. Okay, we need a little fire element, and fire element helps to cleanse. So each of the elements can help to cleanse. You can use water element. I'm not going to use any water. Earth element would be salt. I'm not going to use any salt. You could roll this in salt, but I'm going to use fire first and set the intention. This is to cleanse my candle, right? And that is how you cleanse a candle, air element, or you can use this to cleanse. This is a great way to inscribe your intentions within the candle. And when you light it on fire, it burns into the etheric. And when it burns into the etheric, how much intention you put into this is how much it will manifest. Now, a great thing to do before you do all of this work is to do some ritual, right? I am all about the sacred rituals because they changed my life like that. And the way that they did so was that I used some very basic rituals that expand your aura and balance your temperaments, which are the four elements, right? Air, fire, earth, and water, which have very specific temperaments to them, right? Fire is passion, air is mental, water is emotion, and earth, well, that's the physical, right? The physical body. So as you balance those four temperaments and as you invoke energy from your higher self, when you're doing ritual, your higher self, your soul is on the other side, another dimension. And as you invoke energy, you are pulling energy from your soul into your body. And this will help you to manifest more because now you have more energy to manifest. So you want to do lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram to now invoke your own spiritual energy downloaded more into your body and your etheric. So now you have more energy to manifest. Banishing ritual of the hexagram is another wonderful one that I use. The banishing ritual of the hexagram will also balance the 4 elements and invoke energy even more intensely, and at the same time banish energy, so remove any negative energies around you. So I always do, when I do magic, I do banishing ritual of the hexagram, or banishing ritual of the pentagram, and the banishing ritual of the hexagram, right? And then I set my intention. Now, if you are going to do gray magic, which involves candle magic, intention work, that's where you want to stop. Lesser banishing ritual of the hexagram, or lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, banishing ritual of the hexagram, and then you can do middle pillar, which is where you chant on the chakras coming from above down below, right? That's the middle pillar. But you want to stop there. And then you do in your intention work. So you inscribe, right, your intention. So let's inscribe some, right? Right. You're confused, Jessica. Well, I do have those rituals up for you guys on YouTube and Facebook. So if you do want to watch my demonstration, you can watch them. But you want to stop at that point because you don't want to do circulation body of light. Many people that practice high magic do lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, banishing ritual of the hexagram, middle pillar, and then the circulation body of light. Do not do circulation body of light if you're going to do gray magic, if you're going to use candles, etc., to set intention. You stop at middle pillar. Okay? And then you set your intentions. Now, if you're just going to do white magic, which is just clearing your space, expanding your aura, doing your own spiritual work, no gray magic, do circulation body of light. It expands your aura. It helps you to learn how to move energy and direct energy and use energy to set intention and manifestation, right? Some people have the natural ability to manifest. Have you ever known someone like that? It could be you. You say something and it manifests. You want something and it manifests. There are the few that can do that. Usually they have negative blood type, not always. Okay, negative blood type has certain elements within it that are stronger, that creates more of electromagnetic energy, and this comes from scientists. Now, most people need, in order to manifest, to reprogram and to use things like ritual and set intention and draw that intention in and put their energy into things and then light it on fire and allow the intention to manifest, right, into the etheric. And that will help them to manifest. So if you are trying to manifest, new moon is a great time to set new beginnings, intentions, and to do serious ritual to kind of restart that program, a new cycle of evolution. So in lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, we do use the dagger. This is the symbol of the air element. And so you will do, for example, you start with the Celtic cross, sorry. Oh, really, Jessica? If you have questions, feel free to ask me on here. I'll try to catch them, but sometimes Facebook makes it so I can't see certain messages until after I'm logged off. So I will try to answer them though. So we do the Kabbalistic cross, Kabbalistic, I'm getting my tarot messed up with my rituals. Kabbalistic cross is how you start. So you'll imagine that, for instance, that you have a cross, a lot of light coming through your body, right, and representing you. And then you'll take the dagger and you'll Ata Malkut Vegibura Vegidula Leolam Amen. So all of this is in terms of the Kabbalistic cross. So this is the tree of life. It's based on the tree of life, right? So you're dealing with Keter, Malkuth, which is the heavens, the kingdom, which is our earth, and then the glory and the mercy, right? Power and the mercy, something like that. So all you're doing is pretty much doing, the Catholic cross, but chanting with it. And that's how you begin your ritual. And then you go into lesser banishing ritual and banishing ritual of the hexagram. That will help to create that electromagnetic field that maybe you don't have enough of and balanced to do the magical manifestation work. It really does intensify it and balances the energies. Now, again, if you have the ability to do this naturally, then you don't need to do the rituals. But most people do need to do the rituals in order to manifest. Why no gray if using body of light? Okay. Well, Donald Michael Craig, bless him, he has passed over by now. But he always taught, and so did the Golden Dawn, etc., that you never do circulation body of light when doing gray magic. I don't know the exact reason for that, but I do know that was a very specific teaching, that you do not do circulation body of light when doing gray magic. You only do that under white magic. That's all I can say. I don't know enough. I was never under the AA. I was only under the OTO in terms of magical methods, and I've read books, but again, I was not under the AA. I was more of a fan of Franz Barton and Albert, Bandura. So I was more into the psychological stuff. How does one protect themselves over someone doing magic on you? Woo, that's a big one. That's more of a question for my friend Maddie. He was more into those kind of protective spells, but you can use mirror magic. You can do Rose Cross ritual, which is very protective, like a blanket over you when you do Rose Cross ritual. You have to be careful with that. You don't want to go drive a car right after doing Rose Cross, because it does protect your aura so people don't really notice you. You could do something like that. I never got into the serious, crazy magic. I have only ever done the basic work. I like basics. I like to stay very basic. Like, I do my nice banishing, invoking. There's a big difference between invoking and evoking. Invoking is when you're invoking your own energy, right? From your holy guardian angel, as Thelemites call it, which is just your own higher self. And then evoking, I don't do. I don't like evoking. If you do, more power to you. I don't do it. Evoking is when you are evoking angels and demons. I do not do that, and I don't encourage anyone to do that. I am more about just white magic, expanding your own self, invoking your own higher self energy, and using that to set intention and do your own work. I don't like other things coming in. Mm-mm. Mirror magic? Yeah, mirror magic can work really well, Christine. Thank you for that. If you want to provide a link for mirror magic, anything on that, feel free. Yeah. So let's set a little intention, you guys. What would you like to intend this week as we do our Mercury energy for the new moon? I'm doing a little Mercury symbol. I should have my oil up here. It's over there. Right? Can you see the Mercury symbol? It's Mercury. Yeah, that's true, Christine. Absolutely. Yeah. Focusing on your own physical solidarity is protective. Absolutely. I agree wholeheartedly there. What would y'all like for me to carve here? We have the moon, new moon intention, right? Let's do a little new moon symbol on here. Here we go. Carve, 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 carve. We have a little moon. So some peace and love. I tried to do a heart and it came out really funky. Now let's do it again. All right, peace and love, baby. There we go. Peace and love. We have a little heart. And then peace. All right, let's do a little peace sign. We need more peace for sure in this world. Oh my goodness. For sure. Okay, we're gonna do this together, you guys. Do a little moon magic. We have the peace symbol, Mercury, peace symbol, right? We have the moon, new moon, and we have love. Huh, interesting, Kathy. Yeah, somebody else said that too. Yes, light some candles with me. Absolutely. We all need to do this together. Peace, love, communication, new moon intention. I'm liking this. This is very pretty. Let's light this on fire, you guys. You ready? So what we do is we hold the candle and we set all of our energy and intention into this candle, right? And with our breath, we pour our etheric energy into the candle and set the intention, because as we burn the etheric with the symbols, that is going to put it out into the universe and we don't have to think about it anymore because we are working to manifest these energies. So let's do this, right? Peace, love, better communication. I saw somebody said financial success. Yes, because currency is energy, right? Currency is the current of energy flow. Think about that. Money has to do with how much energy you're putting out and how much energy you're getting back. So currency is the current of energy flow. Think about that when you're setting your intention. Think about that when you're doing a money ritual on a Friday with Venus. Okay, so Wednesday is good for communication, right? Communicating love, communicating peace, better communication and flow and perception, right? Mercurian energies, this wonderful purple energy. Let's light this on fire. Awesome. Clear communications. I'm loving this little candle, right? Isn't that pretty? Okay. Let's do this. There we go. Yeah, baby. All right, let's do this. Okay. Now this candle, as I intended, has the intention of better, clear communication and peace, love, perception, right? In this new moon cycle, as we manifest a better world, right? And as more and more people do this, this energy creates better manifestation for everyone, our collective consciousness. If you've never read David Wilcock's book, Synchronicity Key, or The Source Field Investigations, I highly recommend those two books. He talks about the research behind manifesting with more and more people as they've done these research studies. It's amazing. So, awesome. Yay. We're all manifesting together a better energy. And I believe that with more and more of us doing this, that we're going to see more and more positive results. Okay. Now, what you do with candle magic is you look at the candle after it's burned out. you see if there's anything left on the candle. You know, if the wax completely burned out, or if it's lopsided, maybe imbalanced, right? So candle magic can teach you a lot as you do it. You can learn a lot about manifesting as you do this work. And this week is a wonderful time to do this because we are already down into the new moon phase. We're actually getting into that new moon phase. So it's a great time to set new intentions for the next week or next cycle, right? Moon cycle. Oh, awesome. Yeah, absolutely, Jessica. It's great to use a candle you made. That is, I mean, ultimately the best way to do it because that was with your own energy, your own etheric energy, which is the fifth element. And when you use the fifth element to create, you are creating the ultimate manifestation tool. Absolutely. This is with your own energy. And that's why you have to do so much work with these, with the carving and the setting of intention and putting your energy into it. Because if you already created it yourself, you already have your etheric energy within it. I'm sure you've felt things that, you know, maybe a paper that someone wrote or a diary. You've ever felt them. You can feel the person's energy off of them. You can feel if they have more of a negative or a positive energy. You can feel their energy. That's clairsentience. Yeah, so absolutely. If you can use your own candle, that's the way to go. You can also use tarot cards to help manifest. So the way that we use the tarot cards to manifest is to choose the cards that represent whatever that might be. So we were talking about peace, love, and better communication. So I'm going to find those cards for you guys. The Magician, will, your own power and will. I do love that card. We're going to keep that one out. Let's see. Peace and love. Peace and love. So what cards are you pulling? What cards are you pulling? Well, that's a pretty good one right there. We have the Ten of Cups, which is the ultimate card of connection. Angel cards? Absolutely. Use whatever cards you like. Yeah. Peace and love, baby. Peace and love. Queen of Cups. That's a good card of love. I know some people want to manifest some money. That's a good one for money. Also the Empress and the King of Pentacles. Also the Nine of Pentacles. All good cards for manifesting money and abundance. But we're doing peace and love. So let's get to those cards. There we go. Ace of Cups. Peace and love. All right. And, oh, communication, right? Where's my Ace of Swords? Did I miss it? I didn't see my Ace of Swords. Where's my Ace of Swords? Ace of Swords. There it is. All right. We have two aces. Guarded and protected. The moon. Oh, cool. This is your life purpose. Manifesting and magic is a great life purpose. It's mine. Right? Okay, we have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is about communication, and the Ace of Cups is about connection and love. So these two cards right here are going to go right next to my candle. And then I'm going to take the Magician, because the Magician manifests. The Magician uses the own free will from the etheric, the four elements, to manifest. So let's do this. I'll have to put a picture up for you guys later Are any of you on my Instagram? You know I post this stuff on Instagram like every day. You ready to see it? I'm going to show you. All right. Well, you can hardly see it. We have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords right here. And we have the Magician right here. Right. And I'm going to let that burn out tonight. Without catching my hair on fire. So whenever you do any magic, any gray magic, like what I'm doing, setting intention, it's good to use some tarot cards or some angel cards, whatever kind of cards you want to use. Crystals and rocks are always wonderful if you like to use those. And you can use the 4 elements to cleanse, like I did with the fire and the air, and then carve with the dagger. Make sure if you use a knife, like a regular knife, you cleanse it well over the fire. So what you do is you go like this to cleanse your knife. Right. So yeah. Has pretty burn marks on it now. I like that. So yeah, anyways, you can always stick it in some salty water as well. Salt and water, earth and water. Or you can do fire and air to cleanse. Okay. So if you haven't watched my demonstration of the Lesser Banishing Ritual, I do have that on YouTube and Facebook, and it's a great ritual that I do almost every single day. I used to do it twice a day. Now I just do it like a few times a week, but it keeps me very balanced, and it also helps me to manifest more and to balance my 4 temperaments. It's wonderful. So yeah. Anyways, thanks for joining me, everybody. You can use as many cards as you want, Kathy. I'm using 3 in this ritual. And my other one, I think I used last week, I used 4 or 6 or something. Like you can use whatever you want. And then I did it, and then Maddie did it. And Maddie actually used more cards than me. And his candle burned out all the way, even all of the rose petals burned. But he used more cards than I did, and then he also left the cards there the whole time it burned, whereas I picked mine up, and so it didn't burn completely out. But I did have very good results with my magic the next day. Within 24 hours, it worked. So I know it worked for him as well. So just because I pulled my cards up early didn't mean that something didn't manifest. It definitely did. So manifestation work really does actually work, especially if you really, really put your intention into it and you do some really good ritual work to create a sacred space, and so that you're not thinking about other things as you work with your intention. That's the main thing, is programming with pure intention. Aw. Thank you, Jamie. So much love to all of you. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this helped you for the week as we enter the new moon phase in the next couple days. So happy St. Patty's Day to you, and happy new moon to you. And I will see you guys soon. I do plan on actually doing a webinar coming up. If you guys want to do that with me, I'm going to do some chakra balancing. It'll be about an hour and a half of a webinar. If you want to join, I will announce that over the next week. And I'm going to be doing it locally, and I'm also going to be doing it online as a webinar. So it'll be a local workshop and an online workshop. So yeah, anyways, it will only be $15. It will be super cheap for an hour and a half with me just doing a pure workshop, which I don't normally do online. But I want to do that with you guys for our wonderful spring equinox as we enter that phase next week. So have a great week, and I will see you soon. Thanks, everybody. Namaste. Love and light. Mwah. Bye for now. Thanks, Molly. Well, Molly, you are local. So the 24th on next Saturday at Community 729, we'll be doing a 7 o'clock chakra cleansing and chakra balancing workshop. And that will be 2 hours, about an hour and a half to 2 hours. 7 to 9 is what I have it booked for. So it'll be a lot of fun. But if you'd rather do it online, I'm here too. So bye for now, everybody. See you later.